Hello, everybody. Welcome to the live feed. I'm so sorry about that. Um, yeah, welcome. It's 7:30. I have don't burn out, or a few steps that you can follow not to burn out. Yeah, Cairo is sitting here next to me making a noise, so please excuse me or excuse him for making a noise. I'm going to give it a few seconds for everybody to come online, and then we can chat about what I have on my heart for you today. Marlize van die Kerk, welcome. Hello. Anandi Kleinans, hello, how are you? Okay, while we're waiting for people to come online, please remember our show on the 26th of July 2019. We have got our poster horribly wrong. It went to the printers. Autocorrect said January instead of July. So the poster that is out there is correct. It's just the date that is incorrect. It's the 26th of July and not the 26th of January as it states. The competition that we are still running, Chantal put it out there, the most awesome creative selfie that is taken right next to the poster at the Richards Bay Library. Yes, please take a selfie. You can win
1 hour face-to-face
1 hour face-to-face video call with that selfie. So please take the photo and send it through to us on our Facebook page, not the WhatsApp number. The number is just if you want to have a chat with us or book a reading, etc., is 084 729 5311. Andrew James, welcome to you too. Okay, so my topic tonight is don't allow yourself to burn out, and a couple of steps to help yourself to get through that. So how do you not burn out, and what is it that I'm referring to if I say don't burn out? It's everything. It's from the noise in your head, work, your personal relationship, etc., etc., even your kids driving you insane. That's natural. We all feel the same. But how do you stop that from happening? How do you block it off and actually, hello Cairo in the background, what are you doing? You are saging. Hello Uncle George, how are you? Yes, so how do you stop that yourself from doing that? I always tell people, hello Letitia, I always tell people, can I do something right now to change it? Now, people say yes, find an answer, find a solution, find a resolution, find all of those type of things. And yes, you have to find an answer for it eventually. But if you carry on worrying about it, you will not find the answer. Because 9 times out of 10, you're actually focusing on the problem rather than focusing on finding a solution. So, if it won't matter in 5 years' time, don't spend longer than 5 minutes or 5 hours worrying about it. Again, if I look down, guys, please know that I am working off notes, just so that I don't forget the juicy bits for you guys. So many times, the things that we worry about are insignificant. So, I don't know, you wake up in the morning and you know that the petrol in your car, the yellow light is on, and you know you're going to get, or you're able to just get to work. You're going to think to yourself, how am I going to get home? How am I going to do this? How am I going to do that? Does that thought not stop you from doing your best at work? Does that thought not stop you from actually being the best person you can be? So, in that moment, you cannot do anything about it. You can get to work, you can, you can carry on with your day, in your lunchtime, in your lunch break. The person you confide in, Cairo, you're killing me. He's just lit that Liban stuff, and as he has his traits, he has put a whole rock on the coal. So yes, we're getting a little bit choked up here, so please excuse me while I just clear my throat. So in your lunchtime or in your tea time, you can spend time focusing on that. Prioritize what the problem is. I spoke about this last night, so please go into my live video and get tips from there on how to prioritize the problem. So now you've got through your day at work and you have to get in your car and drive back home. In your lunchtime or tea time, have you sat down? Did you phone a friend? Did you phone mom, dad, if they are still with you? And say, you know what, can you help me out? There's always a solution. It's how, be quiet, listen to the solution. Because most of the time you are so worried in fixing the problem or finding a solution to the problem that you are actually not finding this true solution, because the worry overtakes the answer. And then when you are in this frenzy, in this worry, permanent decisions are based on temporary emotions. So the worry, as I say now, is you are going to be so worried that you're not going to have fuel to get home, that you are going to start making decisions. I need to take time off work. I need to phone whoever. So you're actually taking time off, being the best employee that your employer has, just to sort out your petrol problem or whatever the case may be, whatever you are dealing with at the moment. Please note, I do use very small things as an example, just so that we don't go too deep and too morbid into issues. So when you make the decision of the permanent decision in the temporary emotional state, you start saying things like, you never do this, you never say this, or you always say this. Is that fair to the people? Is that fair to yourself to carry that with you all the time? Does a person never do something? If you think about it, if you go to your loved one, your husband, your wife, your girlfriend, boyfriend, and you tell them, you know what, you never care about me, you never worry whether I'm safe, etc., etc., don't they? Are they not in a relationship with you? Did they not make the phone call to find out if you're okay? That is... one second.
Listening.
So, your partner or your loved one does actually take the time to spend with you or spend on thoughts. In this emotional state, that is when you make the permanent decision and actually say things that could have stayed. So you are creating your own personal baggage within your mind. A lot of people say, Marlize, I need to lose weight, or Marlize, I need to do something to move forward. And many times I tell them, become confident and comfortable with who you are, of what you do and your rituals. I'm not talking about scary rituals and spells and stuff like that. Your habits. Become comfortable in that. If you have got habits that are formed pure and with good intent, become comfortable with that. And I always tell them, is it a body weight that you need to lose, or is it weight that you carry on your mind? So overthinking, sharing, becoming self-absorbed, really, because that's what it is. If you spend so much time in your head, there's actually not any time for the rest of the priorities in your life. When the baggage in your mind becomes so much, 31% of people turn to caffeine, excuse me, to reduce that stress. 27% of people turn to smoking, and 20% of people turn to alcohol. And then obviously with all of those vices, with all of those things come overeating and overdoing a certain or a particular thing. So if you are into, I don't know, you run 2 kilometers every morning, you become so fixed on doing that one thing that you're actually not dealing with the stuff in your head. So you're creating more weight within your mind than you are with anything else. So prioritize your day, prioritize your emotions, your feelings, your issues, everything. Like, prioritize it, because that's what's going to lift you up. That is what's going to get rid of it, the stress, and that's what's going to help you to grow within your journey. Then mental relaxation comes, mental relaxation and physical exercise play a big part. And I'm not saying, please go run the comrades. I would never do that. I think I'd die within the first 100 meters. What I'm saying is physical exercise with, if you are used to sitting in front of the TV watching your favorite program for 10 minutes every day or for 10 hours every day, cut an hour or a minute or 5 minutes off that. Get up, walk around the house if you have to, walk around the block. Do something that is more physical than you are currently doing. So just do that little extra thing. Change your current routine. My wife and I, if we have a disagreement or if we feel uncomfortable in doing something, what we normally do is I have my side of the bed, she has her side of the bed, and if we have to make a big decision or if there's unrest within our relationship, we actually swap sides in the bed. What does that create? It takes you out of your comfort zone. You have to get comfortable again. You have to teach yourself how to, I don't know, cuddle one another, talk to one another. The way in which you say goodnight to each other is different. Now, in saying that, it's exactly the same with your life. Change your routine, then you will not get stuck in the rut that you are currently in. So change the routine. If it is walking around the block or just walking to the gate and back, instead of pushing the remote to open the gate, put it on manual for a week and go and physically open the gate. Then you would know, you know what, you will feel that there's a sense of achievement and something that you have worked towards. Now, in saying that, probably about 80% of people turn to sweets, sugars, carbs, fats, etc. What is your comfort item? Is it sweets? Is it chips? Is it whatever? Change that thought. Change that habit. Everything in your life is a habit. If you look at smoking, I myself am a smoker. Now, what do? Smokers in the morning, the first thing you do when you open your eyes is probably get up, go to the loo, get back to bed, or get your clothes ready for the day, get in the shower, or get dressed, whatever. And then what do? You get in your car, and the first thing you do is you want to light a cigarette. When you have Coke, when you have your breakfast. Once you've eaten, what do? You light a cigarette. Dinner, the same thing. So the habits formed while doing something negative. I'm not saying smoking is negative. I don't want to get into that whole debate. It could be somebody's safe haven is a cigarette. I'm not judging. It's not up to me to judge. But what I'm saying is change the habit within that negative space that you are in. So if you know that when you've eaten, you have a cigarette, change it. You don't have to put your cigarette. You don't have to put your plate down and grab a cigarette directly after that. Try and cut that habit. If it takes 5 minutes, if it takes 10 minutes for you to have a cigarette, just know that you are consciously making the decision to change, to break a habit. Natural exercise, and again I'm saying I don't want you to go and run the comrades. but natural exercise, walking, sit-ups, whatever the case may be, helps us reach some of the goals not reachable. Exercise helps your body feel that boost, because leading up to walking, what do? You're like, I don't want to go walk. This is going to be effort. This is going to be hard. But what do you feel like after the walk? You come back, yes, you're tired. Yes, your legs are burning. Yes, your whole body is warm. And you can feel you've physically done something. But what do you feel like afterwards? Yes, you breathe better. You have, you feel, I've achieved something. I've walked around the block. Tomorrow you're going to have stiff muscles, and you are going to remember the action that you did yesterday. The action of walking around the block, getting up. I don't know if you ask your husband or wife, please make me coffee all the time. Break the habit. Get up and make the coffee yourself. Not only are you going to feel good because you blessed him or her with a cup of coffee, but they are going to feel good as well. Receiving that cup of coffee, it's out of the ordinary, it's something that you don't normally do, and they're going to think, you know what, maybe he or she is actually trying. And exactly the same with mental health. If you do something out of the ordinary, it's going to spark a thought, a memory within yourself that you're going to say, you know what, I actually felt good doing that. And keep doing something that makes you feel good. Do not break it off because it is out of the ordinary. And we mentioned yesterday that we're going to have a little get-together, a little, I don't know, volleyball. What did you say?
Sports day.
Like a sports day, we're going to have with our followers. I challenge you guys to join us. As we said yesterday, I'm not very fit. None of us are fit. But it's not about the exercise. It's about getting together. It's about doing something that you are not used to doing. If you have to go and buy yourself a punching bag, or take a pillow and hang it up against a pillar outside, take that as your punching bag. Every time you are angry, go hit the punching bag, go hit the pillow. Whatever that resembles in your life, go and do that. Instead of falling back and hitting the first bottle of wine, the whiskey bottle, the brandy bottle. And again, I'm not saying that alcohol is bad. Within measure, everything is good. But change your habits. Change what you normally go for. And this will allow you to stop yourself from burning out. It will stop you from falling into the normal rut that you are in. Meditation for this is also phenomenal. Now, I know that Cairo is doing a guided meditation a little bit later, so it actually falls in quite well with what I'm talking about. Is sit, listen to what he says to you, learn to meditate. Guys, again, I'm telling you, meditation in my life was a no-go, and now I live by meditation. It really just centers you, and it helps you just calm down, become one with yourself. Then another thing, to get your mind off what you are doing, off the stresses, off the issues. Have you ever walked outside and physically looked at a tree? And I'm not a tree hugger, and I'm not all of these things. I'm trying to bring a point across. Look at the tree, look at the branches, look at the leaves, look at the grooves within the bark. Have you ever stopped and appreciated what beauty is around you? Look at what is going on around you. Take your mind off your current situation and just appreciate the beauty that was created by God for us. Stop taking the things in your life for granted, whether it be something that is man-made. Have you ever stopped to think, you know what, how does my telephone actually work? How is the desk made that I'm sitting at? Who created live chat on Facebook? etc., etc. I'm using silly examples now, but it allows you to think, and it allows you to take your mind off the current situation that you are in. Then what I'm saying with this is give attention to nature and your surroundings. Become aware of moments in your life, things that have happened. Sit back and self-reflect on stuff that happened yesterday, that happened 2 days ago, how it impacted your life. How are you going to allow it? Are you not going to allow it in your life? Spend a couple of minutes a day appreciating life. Make time for yourself. Now, I listened to a podcast earlier, which actually was not part of what I wanted to say today, but what I think it was Heikki Sim that said this. When you ask somebody, do you want to go out? The first thing you say to your friends, your family, I don't have time. But what happens if your child becomes ill? You drop everything and you attend to that. You prioritize them in your life. So prioritize yourself. Create time for yourself. Whether it be 1 minute, 5 minutes, 10 minutes. Create the time for yourself. You are a priority, even though you don't feel like it at this point in your life. Then learn to breathe. And I'm not saying breathe because we all breathe. We have to breathe to live. But breathe deeply. When you breathe in, breathe fully to your stomach. Inhale, hold it, and let it go. That would teach you some self-control. It will teach you, it will actually give your body a little bit more oxygen so that you can feel better. Because hyperventilating, becoming anxious, all of those things is rapid breathing, things that happen quickly. Give yourself the time to breathe. Go and Google how to breathe to calm the body down. It's a phenomenal way to just calm yourself down and get to a zero level. Guys, that's all from me right now. What I'm basically getting down to, and if I have to put everything I've said into one sentence, is break through the noise. Everything. Break through the noise in your life. The noise is your issues, the thoughts, the negativity. Everything that's going on in your life is noise. It's like, imagine in your house there's 5 TVs and every TV is on a different channel playing at 500 decibels each. You're going to feel like you're going insane. Exactly the same with your life. Start turning off one TV at a time. Learn to accept your issues, your problems, and deal with them one at a time. It will help you cope and it will help you get through all the issues. If there are any questions, anything like that, please give us a call or WhatsApp. We'll gladly have a chat with you. We look forward to doing the guided meditation with you. Cairo is next to me. Yeah, he's quite rearing to go. If you look, there he is. Hello. There's Chantal. We're all rearing to go. We're all ready to, do the meditation with you. And again, I challenge you guys to join the sports day. We will give you a date.
Monday walk.
Oh, thank you, Cairo. We have just as a team, what is the word? Enrolled in the Mondi Walk. It's 5 kilometers. That is probably the most walking I have done in, I don't know, my lifetime. No, I'm joking. But guys, come join us. Let's do it as a KM team. Let's go do it together. If you want any information about that, give me a shout and we'll help you. We'll give you information. Sorry, Chantal's just asked something.
How do you decide between following your heart and your brain?
Who was that? I don't know, thank you for the question. The question was, how do I decide between following my heart or my mind?
Brain.
My mind, brain, same thing. I don't know, you need to write down, as I said yesterday in my chat with you guys, write down the pros and cons of your heart and your mind. Your heart is, I don't know how to say it, jou kop is logies en jou hart is gevoel.
Your head is logic, your heart is feeling.
Yes, your head is logic and your heart is feeling. So what you need to do is you need to divide the two, write down the pros and cons and weigh it up against each other. I don't know, not challenge you, I ask you to please send me a WhatsApp afterwards. I will help you with that. Just go a bit deeper into that. There is a lot of things that you need to think about before you make the decision. You already know what the decision is. The noise within your mind is actually stopping you. So you know what the answer is. We had a quick chat last night. You know what, you're on the right track. You've made the decisions. Guys, like Arnu, I appeal to you guys, follow what you want to do. Don't allow people to stop you. Don't allow negative relationships to stop you. You know what? Fix the relationship. It's not too late. I'm going to stop there before I get too emotional or too, in depth or anything like that. I don't know. I'll have a chat with you afterwards if Cairo doesn't take over immediately. Yes, I'll have a chat with you. Otherwise, I'll have a chat with you quickly tomorrow and just help you through that if that's all right with you. Guys, love you lots. Thank you for watching again. I'll be live again tomorrow. I'm not going to say a time, but it'll probably be a bit earlier. Please give us some thoughts and feedback on how you found, all the chats, even from Cairo and myself. Give us some feedback. We'd appreciate it. Share our post. We'd love hearing from you and other people and to touch other people's lives. Love you guys lots. Chat to you soon. Have a blessed evening. Bye-bye.